Hi there guys, welcome to Sported. I'm Shane, and yesterday saw another huge night in the Champions League as Man City win again, Erling Haaland scores again, and Phil Foden chips in with 2 goals, which begs the question, will he be left out of the England squad on Friday by Thomas Tuchel? And will Jude Bellingham make the squad or not? Will he leave him out of the World Cup squad? He couldn't. Could he? Anyway, let's get into the fixtures and the results, I should say, from last night. So, okay, Paphos 1, Villarreal 0, Karabag 2, Chelsea 2, Ajax 0, Galatasaray 3, Benfica 0, Bayer Leverkusen 1, Club Brugge 3, Barcelona 3, good result for Club Brugge, Inter Milan 2, Karat Almaty 1, City 4, Dortmund 1, Marseille 0, Atalanta 1, and Newcastle United 2, Athletic Club 0. Great result for the English clubs. Again, showing their dominance in Europe. It's just when it gets to the business end, that's when we come unstuck most of the time. So the qualifying and these kind of round robin games don't seem to be a problem, do we? And it's a clean sweep for the English clubs, all recording victories. But let's dive into the Man City result and Phil Foden discussion. So Erling Haaland scored again. He's in the form of his life. I think records will be broken this season by him. He's in phenomenal form, and if Man City have got any chance of winning the league, it's going to be hinged on Erling Haaland. They're not a one-man team, but they're a one-man scoring machine, aren't they? So if he's out, I don't think they've got any chance whatsoever. But at the moment, he is absolutely flying. So they'll be having their fingers crossed. Long may that continues. And then Phil Foden. So Phil Foden's form absolutely dropped off a cliff last season. He scored 2 last night, and he seems to be in good form now. Rediscovered his confidence, looks better. The eye test is looking good. Foden is clearly back to his best in the Man City system, shall we say. Now, this is my only issue with Phil Foden. There's no doubt his talent, no doubt he's technically gifted, really good in the pockets, on the half turn, really comfortable on the ball, good system player at Man City. The problem is every time, more or less, he's played for England, I've been left, wanting more. Always wanting more from Phil Foden, which is a shame because the career could pass him by in an England shirt. I've not one game in an England shirt have I looked at him and thought, wow, he was man of the match or he was impressive. It was kind of, neat and tidy, 1 or 2 decent touches, and then kind of drifts in and out of games, disappears, gets subbed, or we don't end up talking about him, or we do for the wrong reasons, this reason. So I can actually see him being left out, excuse me. I could sneeze. Excuse me. I could see him being left out of the squad because there are other players in his position playing better than him. So he could be the one that is the victim of the system player and not playing well for England, because you can't afford to carry anybody going into a World Cup. It's going to be tough enough as it is, let alone shoehorning in players just because of their name and who they play for. It needs to be on form. It needs to be on merit. And I think Tuchel's got the cojones to do that. So let's see. The England squad, let's see. So this is from Sky Sports, and it's talking about Foden and Jude Bellingham. Now, I just can't see it. We all know Jude Bellingham, for his repulsive behaviour and all, is a world-class operator playing for, the biggest team in the world, with world-class players all around him, and he's thriving. Yes, there may be a bit of an attitude, but that's something that can be changed. They need to have words with him. But we'll just read from this article from Sky Sports. It says, if Jude Bellingham or Phil Foden are left out of Thomas Tuchel's upcoming England squad, named on Friday, there are real doubts about whether they will be included for the World Cup. Foden missing out on the North American showpiece would be seismic. Bellingham being overlooked is inconceivable. I agree. Although I don't think it's seismic with Foden. I think we've shown we're fine without him. He's not done enough for the shirt. Again, it doesn't matter. Just because he's a name, it shouldn't matter. You need to earn the shirt. earn the shirt and earn to keep the shirt. Now, the head coach will announce his latest lineup on Friday for the World Cup qualifiers against Serbia and Albania. And this will be the final time that he selects an England squad for competitive matches before the World Cup. It will also be the final time he has a squad together before March. Then 2 friendly games will precede his key squad announcement in May. Now, we keep going back to that repulsive comment about Thomas Tuchel's mother saying it about Bellingham with his on-field actions. If this can all be put to bed, I'm sure it's all got blown. There's no smoke without fire. This has all been blown up and grabbed as headlines from the media, and scrutinised and overlooked, and really just blown out of proportion. But I just think, let's simplify things. We are a better team with Jude Bellingham in it. That's simple. If we've got any chance of winning the World Cup, we need a fit and firing Jude Bellingham. Now, I'm sure most of this is something of nothing. It's been blown out of proportion because of his shoulder injury. He wasn't even playing from Madrid. Now he is. He played at Anfield. So I don't see the real issue. I'm sure there have been conversations behind closed doors with Thomas Tuchel. I'm sure if there's a repulsive issue or an attitude problem, then the senior players and Thomas Tuchel would sit down with him and say, hey, wind it in, let your football do the talking. You're a class operator. Don't spoil it by having these petulant outbursts. They're young. People still forget Bellingham is only 22. And he's been around since he's 15, 16. And he's been elevated to world-class status pretty quickly. It's been fast track for him all the way. And rightly so, because he's absolutely phenomenal. And we're lucky to have him. But we need him fit and firing and fitting in. And not causing problems, not pissing the other players off, no ego walking around, I'm the big I am just because I play for Real Madrid. We've seen in the past with the Gerrards and the Ferdinands, Lampards, they didn't get on. And we don't want this to come out 5, 10, 15 years down the line saying Bellingham was a problem, the players didn't like him, they preferred not having him around. Nip it in the bud, get it sorted now, put an arm around him, say, just shut your mouth, play football, and we've got a real chance of winning. That's it. Because like I said, we are a better team with Bellingham in the side. That is it. For me, done. No more, no less. There's no need to make it into a drama and really scrutinise the guy and hammer him, because we've got a real social problem of building people up and then knocking them down. And it's no point. There's nasty. He's a talent. We need him. So let's all get together. Let's try and be a unity and one tribe rather than all the club tribes, and all pull together for England, because we all want the same thing. Better or worse, we all want to win the World Cup, and we need our best players in their best positions, in their best form. And Bellingham's one of those. So let's see. For me, I'm taking Bellingham. Foden at the moment, I wouldn't. Although, if he carries on in this form, then it'd have to be looked at. But he needs to be included on Friday, and he needs to play well. And then the subsequent friendlies, he needs to be included and he needs to play well. Because if he doesn't, for me, he doesn't go. So he's the one that's really in trouble. Bellingham, I don't think is. But let's see. It's all to play for. There's some important games coming up. It's all about Friday. Let's see what Thomas Tuchel does, because he's not about the future. He's about the here and now. He's got a 1 World Cup contract, and he's going to put the best players in to give him the chance to win it and bring home the trophy. What do you think? Should Foden be left out on Friday and Bellingham too? Would you take either to the World Cup? Has Foden done enough in an England shirt to date? There's no doubt Bellingham has. It's just the baggage with Bellingham. What do you think? Taking them? Leaving them? Get your comments in. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. More to come. Take care of each other and speak soon.